It is a chapter from class 12th. That is, the name of the chapter is My Mother at 66. It is a poem from class 12th. The name of the poetess is Kamala Das. There is this introduction about the poet. So I'm not really going to discuss the introduction. We'll immediately head to the poem and I'll try and explain each line of the stanza, um, and try and make it as intelligible as possible so that the class 12th students have better understanding of this poem. So let's start now. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me, dozed, open mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse. It is apparent from this stanza that the poetess is driving away from her parents' house, and her mother is sitting right beside her, dozing. Dozing means taking nap, or take someone who is taking light sleep. So the mother of the poetess is sitting right beside her and she's dozing off, and her mouth is open while dozing. And when the poetess looks at the face of her mother, somehow it has greater resemblance with that of a face of a dead body. And and instantly she realizes and the realization is accompanied by pain, that her mother is old as she looked. What does that mean? It means that sometimes when someone that we hold dear to our heart, when there is something bad about them, when there is but we deny the fact, we deny to accept that anything is wrong with our loved ones. But the poet admits that her mother is really as old as she, there is no denying it. And because this thought is turning too discomforting for the poet, that's why she started, in order to escape that discomforting thought, she started looking outside, looking at the young sprinting trees. It means when we are driving, it seems that the trees are running. So that is what is being referred to by this particular line. And then she sees merry children spilling. Merry means happy, and children spilling out of their homes means the happy children are coming out of their homes. These are the things that she's looking at in order to escape the discomforting thought of her mother's death. But after she reaches the airport security check, is standing a few yards, means now she's going through airport's security check. She's at a little distance from her mother, but then she looks again at her mother. Her mother seems weak, feeble, and pale. When I say worn, that is a weakness, feeble, morbid. And when we talk about pale, when someone looks sick and the light is faded from the face, that is called pale. Means the poetess looks at her mother, she finds her quite feeble, and the face of her mother is pale. She draws an analogy of the condition of her mother's with late winter's moon. That means that when you look at the late winter's moon, there is this gloomy connotation that you get from late winter's moon. When you look at that moon, there is a feeling of gloominess. You are shrouded by some kind of sorrow that heralds some kind of sadness. And that's how she felt while looking at her mother. It was same as the late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache. Means this the pain that she's going to lose her mother someday is stuck with her since childhood. It is a pain, a painful realization that she harbored in her heart. And when she found out that her mother has really grown so old that she's going to lose her eventually or soon enough, that's why the fear that was was suppressed inside of a mother is coming alive again, or has come alive again. But irrespective of her childhood's fear coming alive, she said, "See you soon, Amma." And all she did was smile, smile, and smile, because what other option does she have?